Alright, this is a short video on a '04 to '08 F-150. Now, if you got the 5 chime, like that noise right there, it's hot outside, so I got air running. And if you hear that chime, and you keep hearing it 5 times, and a lot of people are checking, the fuses, which I replaced, because sometimes you have a bad fuse. And then, if your airbag lights out, it'll do that while you're driving. Which, in this case, it was never that. And sometimes people have had to replace their crash sensor under the hood in the front, which I replaced that also, which was like $90. And your local parts store don't even carry them. So I went through this whole thing, and then I went through the dash, like when you turn on your vehicle, that light should come on, for your passenger side. Well, here I tried changing the bulb in the dash cluster, figuring, okay, maybe it's just something's wrong with the bulb anyway. Well, I replaced that, and that didn't solve the problem. And I had no check engine, none of that. Well, when I was putting the cluster back in, there is your harness here and here that plug into your cluster. Now, when I was over here and I touched it, it would beep, even though it was locked in place and nothing was loose. But every time I pushed on it, it was beeping. So I'm like, all right, this ain't right. And my miles per hour were off a little bit, but so I decided to send my gauge cluster in to have it looked at. And I sent it to Tannen Auto, and it's in Racine, Wisconsin. And to get it serviced, you're going to have to print one of these out and send it in with your cluster. I did mine UPS. It was like, even with the insurance, it was only like 33 or 35 bucks, something like that. And the guy on the phone isn't a technician, so you have to be very specific on what your repairs need. And I've looked up on what they did, and I wrote pretty much everything on there. And I want it recalibrated and everything else. Do not take those apart. I'll tell you, them needles, you won't get them right. And I got it back within about a week. Even if you call, the guy's going to say it's in our queue. That's all he's going to tell you. But I'll tell you, they do excellent work. As soon as it was complete, I paid for it, and I had it the next day. So, long story short, if you've tried all this for that, and it keeps doing this, because even my speedometer went all wonky and fluctuating, and it was weird. So the problem might be in your cluster. I did all the other stuff myself, so I know it's all been gone through, but final resort is this. And it was $260, I think, something like that. But they did excellent work. So I know there's always bad reviews about everything, but people expect, a response immediately. Well, that's not how it all works all the time. So hopefully this helps you, and have a great day and good luck. Happy trails.